Choosing a domain name doesn't have to feel like solving a puzzle, but it matters more than you might think. Your domain affects branding, trust, memorability, and even click-through behavior. In this video, we'll explore how to pick the right domain extension, .com, .net, .online, or others, so you build a domain that works for both humans and SEO. First, let's bust a myth. The extension itself, whether .com, .net, or .online, is not a direct Google ranking factor. The good news, that means you can choose a TLD, top-level domain, mostly for branding, trust, and availability, not for a search engine boost. What does matter more for SEO is the content on your site, how fast it loads, how many people link to it, and how great your user experience is. Let's break down some of the most common TLDs. .com, the classic, family-friendly, globally recognized, and people tend to default to it. If your ideal .com is available at a reasonable price, it's usually the safest bet. .net, originally meant for networks, but now often used when .com is taken, it's still very respectable and more available than .com. .online, this is a newer, very flexible extension. It's run by a trusted registry and gives you more chances to grab a short, exact match for your brand. It's neutral, memorable, like your brand.online, and works globally, though you might need to do a bit more branding to earn the same trust people give to .com by default. Then there are other extensions. .org for nonprofits or community projects, .io or .dev for tech startups and developer tools, .ai for AI companies, .co for startups that want a short name, e-commerce friendly ones like .shop or .store. When evaluating these, don't just think of SEO. Think of brand story, clarity, and how easy it is for people to remember. So what does make a domain SEO friendly? Here are some guiding truths. Short, memorable, and brandable beats keyword stuffing. Avoid hyphens and numbers. They're harder to remember and type. Make sure it's easy to spell and pronounce. Avoid trademark issues or confusingly similar names. And if your target audience is in one country, a country-specific TLD like .co.uk or .de can build trust. But for a global audience, generic TLDs like .com, .net, or .online are stronger. How do you pick the right TLD for you? Here's a simple decision framework. If you're targeting a global audience, go with a generic TLD. .com is ideal, but .online or .net are great too if .com isn't available. If you're focused on one country, consider a country-specific TLD for local trust. If you're a nonprofit or community organization, .org could make sense. If you're building a tech or startup brand, think about .io, .dev, or .ai. If you're building an e-commerce business, .com, .shop, or .store can help with clarity in marketing. Now, some quick actionable tips for picking your domain name. Brainstorm 20 to 40 potential names. Keep them short, ideally under 14 characters. Make sure they're easy to pronounce and spell. Run a trademark check, and also check for social media handles. Look at renewal costs. Some domains are cheap in the first year, but expensive later. Buy your main domain and, if possible, defensive variants like .net if you buy .com. When you're ready to launch, set up SSL, DNS SEC, and email authentication like SPF, DKIM, and DMARC right from day one. If you ever want to switch from one TLD to another, say from example.net to example.com, here's how to do it without damaging your SEO. Use 301 redirects from every old URL to the matching new URL. Keep your internal links and content structure the same during the transition. Update canonical tags, sitemaps, and anything else that references the domain. Verify both domains in Google Search Console and use the change of address tool. Maintain those redirects for at least 12 to 18 months, even longer if you can. To wrap up, your domain extension isn't a magic SEO lever. It's a branding and trust lever. .com, .net, and .online are all solid choices. When paired with strong content content, good site performance, and a memorable brand-friendly name. Choose a domain that you're proud to say, easy for people to remember, and technically sound. Then invest your energy into building real value, fast site speed, great content, and strong link building. That's how you win.